Press record button.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Vashawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC, and I am excited. And I'm going to tell you why I'm excited. I'm excited because I get to once again do something that I've never done before. And that's exciting. That's rebrand a company that has been in existence for darn near almost a decade. Oh, it's crazy. Man, thank you guys. Thank you guys. All of you all that are watching this now and in the future, man. It is amazing to me. So before I get to the updates with Fedora, I'm going to answer the questions that came in. And I appreciate the questions that come in, and I appreciate you guys allowing me to lend any expertise that I have towards it. Hey, and make comments and let other people help you. So the first one is one from a week or so ago with Michael talking about speaking and getting paid. And then we had some clarification as he sent in his YouTube video, and he basically said he wants to speak and help with individuals that are blind to become employed. Very aspirational, very, very doable, very, very high praise and profit in doing so. And you're getting your start. You are speaking now. You're working through what it's like to talk in front of lots of people and inspire lots of people to do what they want to do. So absolutely, it can be done. I'm sure you knew that, else you would have been doing it. My thoughts on it is I do it every day, and it's exciting, dude. It's exhilarating, and yeah, you can absolutely do it. How I would do it is YouTube videos on a particular subject. Send them out to as many individuals as you can that are in positions to pay your fee, in position of influence to say, hey, Mike is our guy for this. And business moves at the speed of relationships. So the more relationships you build, and even the more relationships you break, the quicker you get to learning and building long-lasting relationships. Let me scratch my bald head here. So Mike, yeah, man, and you're great at it. I mean, you're a natural, and I don't just say that lightly. I've always been captivated by, number one, you and the stuff that you do, and the hurdles that you are going through, raising a family and being the man of your household, man. That's what it's about. Mr. Vickio Vickers, George O. Vickers, not Vickio, George O. Vicker wants to know the difference between a LLC and a sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship. All right. So a LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. You file a LLC with the Secretary of State. In most states, it costs anywhere from $50 to $150 for the first year. A LLC is a limited liability company. It is registered as a state recognized business. The difference is in the way that the money flows. So in an LLC, the money flows to the business through to the partners of the business. And you can have one partner, which is you. You can have multiple partners, and there you have it. Other differences in LLCs versus sole proprietorship is the limited liability. Now, what that means is if you were to get sued as a company, your company has insurance, and it limits the liability that you would have as the business owner to anything that the company does, as long as what the company did is not illegal, which means I can't be embezzling money through the company and think that, oh, I'm protected. It's the company, it's not me. However, you can go on vacation, which I'm about to do in about a week. Yeah. Um, and I'm going to do some business, and I get to write a lot of that trip off as a business expense. And so that's pretty much that. Sole proprietorship is something you would get if you were cutting grass, and it's just you going up and down the road. Now, once you get where you could actually lose something from cutting grass, so you got 3 people out there working for you, then you want to form a company and you want to contract those individuals, and you want to protect yourself under a limited liability. Checking account looks a little different. Checking account is basically a personal account with your name, DBA, which is doing business as, George O. Vickers. That's not a actual business. Then you need a business license as a sole proprietorship, and register that wherever you're going to be or wherever your business is registered at. Your business license is something that all businesses need in some form or fashion. In most places, the LLC stands as that. You file your taxes, and there you have it. So you can file business taxes under a LLC, which the income still flows to you, or to the partners, or you can file as a sole proprietorship with the amount of income that you made. All right, next question was one that was a curveball baby, and I had to really think about it. I actually asked my wife about this one, and I don't know. It'd be terrifying, but the person writes in and asks about the shooting in Las Vegas. Since we're going to the convention, this will be, one of my few times traveling out of town. This is him talking, or her talking. So that's going to be an adventure. They can't wait for us to meet up when we get there, and that's cool. But the big question, on top of getting over their fear, just do it. Like Nike, just do it, man. If you are fearful of something, the best way to get over it is to do it, and it becomes easier. I promise you. But the shooting in Las Vegas, what should and could a blind person do? Generally, for me, whenever I go somewhere new, I want to know about my surroundings. I want to know what's to my left, right, forwards, backwards, not in case of an emergency, but because I want to be independent, and I don't want to get up and think I'm walking one place and there's a swimming pool in front of me and I'm thinking it's a step down, any of that type of stuff. So I'm always, whenever I'm around, asking for my surroundings, even if I have to walk around myself just to get familiar. And I bump into people intentionally so the conversation can be had. They'll ask, can they help? And I'll get to use their eyes, and we get to have a conversation, and we get to be human beings loving each other. So, once I know my surroundings, and if that were to happen, I really don't know if somebody's shooting with a AK-47 or AR-12 or whatever the thing was, automatic rifle, dude. I don't know. Taking cover, if I'm with a loved one, I'm covering them, my wife, and we just get low. And I don't know, to be honest. But can't live life in fear because of what has transpired. Walter, and it wasn't Walter Mitchell, and I apologize for that. It was another Walter, and wants to know about closing out their VR case. And I say this over and over again. I'll continue to say it. It's no problem. But the VR nationwide does not have a job for you. They're not an employment agency. Department of Labor has listings for jobs, but vocational rehabilitation, Department of Rehabilitation, Bureau of Blindness Services, whatever they're called in your state, does not have jobs. You have to know what you want to do. You have to have a plan on how you want to get there. You need to know what you need to get there. And more importantly, within yourself, you need to understand the why. Why do you want to do this? Because the counselor is not motivated to help you get a job if you're not motivated and you don't know what you want to do. It's almost like, oh man, another person on my caseload that doesn't know what they want to do. And it's hard because I can say this to 100 people and one person will get it. The other people will do this. They'll complain and say, well, my counselor, my state. And I'm on two different sides of the fence. I understand both sides. I'm a contractor. I'm also a consumer. I help consumers. I also contract in that state. I get both sides. The government is slow. Your counselor doesn't know. But, the government works for you. We the people. I don't know how many different ways to say that. So if you're not giving somebody that works for you instructions, then you wonder why they're running around with their head cut off. And that's why you haven't told them what you need, how you need it, why you need it. Justify it. Justify what you need, why you need it, and how you're going to get it. And it'll happen for you. I promise. I close more cases around the United States than the average counselor in the United States. I promise you that. Okay? All right, so here's what's coming up with Fedora. Rebranding, number 1. It's going to be hot. I'm going to love it. So you'll still be able to go to FedoraOutlier.com. Go ahead and register. You got a 7-session mini-series that's free on finding or creating work that is meaningful, purposeful, and profitable. And that's going to come out on September 2nd. And you can register at FedoraOutlier.com to get it. The next thing is we're getting rid of the telephone number. Nobody calls it. And with the advent of the ability to be able to email, text, and make a phone call with one single email address, excellence@FedoraOutlier.com, there's no need for me to pay $400 a year for something we don't use. So as of September 2nd, well, probably I got to call them and I won't do that until probably tomorrow. Probably I'll do it tomorrow. I'm putting it on my to-do list to call. So as of September 2nd, the phone number is no longer there. If you need to call excellence@FedoraOutlier.com from your iPhone. All government employees have iPhones. I love it. So, and you have an iPhone if you're listening. If you don't, then you can call my number 404-368-8779. And there you have it on that. We're going to work with the hundreds of people that we have already as clients, exclusively, in the respective series that they've paid for, you guys have paid for. We're going to work together to make it even better. I got almost 10 years at running Fedora, and I got 10 years of feedback on something that I, again, made up in my mind from you guys. So I'm going to start implementing that feedback, and we're going to re-release to the world. So right now it's only open to government agencies. Well, what is this? You're getting this on Friday. Today is Wednesday. I apologize. So on Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning when you wake up, that's it. Don't say, hey, I get my check here and there. There's a waiting list for FedoraOutlier.com. Drop your name, tell us you're waiting, and we'll make it better. So everything in there is going to look and feel and sound and be new. And a bunch of other, now I'm hiccuping, Jesus, features. It's just going to be crazy jam-packed. It's going to be amazing. So go to FedoraOutlier.com, enter your email address. Even if you're on our mailing list, this is going to be something new, and you'll get all the updates. Watch YouTube, watch the social, And that's it. So happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Let's change the world. Let's change the world together.
Finish button. End link session.